Good evening, everyone. Today, I am going to upload two videos in which I will be talking about the mode of power generation, and one video will be discuss those things in Sinhala language. Other next video, I will discuss these things in English in this video. Actually, it will be this video. So nowadays, globally, the power generation and soul in the human industry, which is totally running on the power energy sources, will be in great trouble because of the this socio-economic issues and the problematic crisis of the the cost of obtaining fuel. Fuel is a crude. It is in the form of crude oil, and so when we come to Sri Lanka, nowadays everyone is talking about in coming couple of days will we be able to run our vehicle, so will we be able to go on the public transport media to our working place? Everyone is in a doubt. So what is the reason behind this? Actually this is not a single issue in Sri Lanka, and globally everyone is suffering from these kind of problems. So Sri Lanka power generation. What are the ways and means of power generations in Sri Lanka? Is a main source of power. The electricity is hydropower. Hydropower and other alternative sources are also using in addition to hydropower. Not the alternative sources. Actually, the hydropower and say to both same extent, the diesel generators and the power generation done with coal burning processes is in operation in Sri Lanka. So, and actually in addition to that, the solar power and the wind power, and there are so many alternative ways and means of power generation are being operated in our country. So, and the worldwide also, the situation is quite similar. So, now what is the problem of generating sufficient energy to power Sri Lankan industries and the domestic needs? Domestic needs means you and my home, and how we can use electricity without interruption, how we can use our hot plates, other geysers, and other electronic devices, and your television, radios, and other things. So everyone is in a doubt nowadays. What will happen in the coming few days? And will there be total cutoff of energy? So then what will happen? And so when we come to the industry, transport, and because of the lack of crude oil and diesel, petrol, and kerosene, and other fuel sources. So what is the coming situation? What are the challenges we have to face in the future to overcome these things? Okay, Sri Lanka. So when we come to hydropower generation, when we consider our country, it has a high elevation from the sea level to the middle area of the country. So middle hill country has a high elevation, and so many water water sources, water channels are draining from the hill country. So then it is used as an advantage to generate hydropower. The one water source, water channel is blocked by a dam, and this water highly elevated water level is allows to flow through a big tunnel, and at the end of the tunnel, the turbine is being rotated by the power of the draining water through the tunnel. So in that means turbine is rotating, dynamo is rotating, then the power generation is added to the Sri Lankan power supply. And same, it's in other way, the diesel is used as a fuel to power generators. By the generators, the power electricity is generated. And the similar way, is coal also. I don't know what is the complete process lying behind the coal power plant, and it's probably due to burning coals, and they boil water, and then the steam used to rotate turbines. I think so, but I don't know exactly. I will look into it and tell you later. But the process is completely completely the water boiling and generation. The next generation of steam is used to rotate turbines in nuclear power, which is not used in Sri Lanka right at the moment. So what I want to explain is what nuclear power generation is. Nuclear power, before coming to the nuclear power, so you know the elements in the periodic table. Avartita Vagwe Mooladravya, periodic elements of the periodic tables. Each and every single thing in this world is created by elements or atoms. Your paper, carbon atoms, then your water, hydrogen and oxygen atoms, and then you breathe oxygen, and so your wearings, garments, carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, and your vehicles, tires, purely carbon and sulfur, like that. Your vehicle engine, completely metal, carbon and iron, and each and everything is made up of atoms. When you drink coconut king coconut water, this water contains hydrogen, oxygen, and potassium, sodium, ions, and so though everything is an atom or molecule. So these are if you take the diamond, it's a purely carbon, and the carbon, and what you write in your pencil is also carbon, but diamond is much harder than the carbon found in your pencil. What is the difference? Difference is the atomic structure. How these molecules are arranged. That is the difference. And you found hydrogen and oxygen in some other place in addition to water. But the difference is how these have been prepared and connected together. It's a structural variation. Structural variation of the atoms make different structures. That is how it happens. And so when we come to nuclear power generation, there are atoms called uranium, plutonium, thorium. These are very unstable. Unstable means these nuclei don't like to stay like that. They want to release energy and come to ground level, because the high energy level is very unstable. Actually, they are at the same time they are radioactive also. They always want to release energy and form different low molecular weight molecules. A couple of years ago, the scientists taught according to Dalton's theory of atoms, and he told that no one can break atoms. No one can break atoms and generate new atoms. So carbon will stay same as carbon. By burning carbon, you can't make another molecule. It's same. It's like that. But when someone else find radioactivity and uranium thorium, when the uranium thorium breaks, they form krypton and barium ions, completely different molecules. By breaking down into krypton and barium, uranium and thorium release a big amount of energy. When you take the krypton and barium molecules generated by thorium in nuclear reaction, total weight of this krypton and barium atom is lesser than the weight of the thorium or plutonium, like that. So then there is a decay in the mass decay. So the weight is reduced. So this reduction in weight is a reduction of weight contributes to generate nuclear energy. It's a form of heat. Temperature is not the energy. Temperature is the character of heat. Character of heat is the temperature. The heat is the energy. So in the nuclear plant, this unstable thorium nuclei are projected by neutrons. So nuclei, there are neutrons and protons. Neutrons and protons. This unstable thorium and plutonium nuclei are protected by neutrons, and then this energy is released. So this is going as a form of nuclear reaction. So that is called nuclear reaction. This generation of heat energy is used to drive turbines. That is how it happens. So then I want to explain more about these things, and I will come to you with some diagrams in the next video. Thank you so much for being with me. Have a nice day. Ayubowan.